Hi everybody. Well, I'm here. I'm ready. There's just so many things happening out there. Life is happening, challenges are happening, and what better time to film than when it's raw? Am I right? So as I mentioned before, the concept behind my channel was going to be to go through and be very transparent with challenges that happens in life and how we react to them. Our only responsibility is how we react to that happens to us. And here we go. Okay, so as you know, my name's Michelle. I have 3 children. I recently relocated from New Jersey over here to Texas. It has been a hell of a change. It's been a culture shock. It's been completely different than what I'm used to. Even sometimes the quiet is a lot to get used to, guys. I'm not even gonna lie, but it was the one way that I was able to realize how much I really am capable of, simply because I did something that ever in my life that I thought I would be capable of doing. I want to share with you guys a little bit of my background, a little bit of where I was when I decided that I needed to make a change. I want to say 7 years ago was when everything happened. Everything did happen because of this right here. That's why I love this company so much and decided to become a distributor. I was a very angry person. I was very miserable. I was always in a dark space. Very negative. I seldom found any positivity in anything that happened to me in the world. I was that person that walked around saying, I knew that something was around the corner to get me, because to me, it always happens to me. Can you relate to that? Does that sound like what your current mindset is? Well, that's where I was. Without knowing, being 34 years old today, 7 years ago, being 24 years old. No, wait, that's 10 years ago. 27 years old, excuse me. Math's not my major. Anyway, so going back 7 years, thinking about where I am now and where I found myself then, it was a really nasty place. I didn't realize how much of my, excuse my language, shitty attitude and poor habits and negative speaking and negative thinking, I didn't realize how much chaos and darkness that was causing in my life. I didn't realize that I was becoming my mother to my children. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with my mother, but I do have a very different upbringing. Some of you that know me personally know a lot more of my story that will be shared down at a different time. But to focus and stay on track, going back on topic, what made me want to change was just that I was becoming a monster. I was not happy. I was angry. I was angry at work. I was angry at traffic. I was angry with my daughter's fathers because they were absent. I was angry because they were on child support and tried every way possible to avoid it. I was angry with Michelle because, let's be honest, I had to take responsibility. I'm the one that decided to have kids with them. I was angry with my father. I was angry with my mother. I was angry with everyone. I didn't realize that it was my responsibility, my job. It was my job to change things. It's your job. What happened to you when you were young? What happened to you as you were growing? What happened to you leading up to adulthood? All those unhappy feelings, all those unhappy memories. You decide whether you keep them or throw them away. You decide whether they make you or they break you. And you decide who you get to be once you realize that you can change. Today I choose to be that person on the other end of the camera, telling you, and I don't want to sound cliche like every other YouTuber out there, but yeah, you watching this video, I'm telling you, shit, it's possible. If I could do it, you can do it. If I can go from hating everyone, including myself, because there was nothing, not even in me, that I could find that made me feel like, hell, I deserve a chance at better. If I could do it, you could do it. If there was hope for me, there's definitely hope for you. You gotta make the choice. You gotta make the choice. You gotta be so angry. You gotta be, and not even angry, because anger is such a misplaced emotion. You gotta be so fed up with being fed up that you're like, you know what? Enough. Because if it is to be, it is up to me. Because if it is about my happiness, only I know what makes me happy. Because it doesn't matter what happened, how many times I got my ass whooped growing up, and it doesn't matter how many baby fathers, and it doesn't matter how many repos and how many jobs I got fired from, and how many evictions. It does not fucking matter. What matters is the fact that I am here today, realizing that my mistakes did not define me, that I'm still a hell of a fucking woman, a hell of a friend. And maybe you guys aren't used to people speaking the way that I speak, but I like to tell my friends, and some of them know, I come from Peter's line. We all come from somebody in the Bible. I come from Peter. I have trouble with my faith. Sometimes I deny the Lord.